Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending our webinar today at the Rasmussen College 4th Annual Virtual Career Fair. Today, what we're going to do is just give you some tips on how to be successful at a virtual career fair. My name is Amy Itis, and I'm here with my colleague, Maureen Weber. We are both Senior Career Services Advisors at Rasmussen College, and I'm excited to introduce to you our guest today, Erica Ricos, in talent acquisition with United Health Group, currently working as a senior sourcing specialist. Erica has experience in full life cycle recruiting and sourcing in a variety of different industries. She also has experience that includes direct market sourcing, cold calling, lead generation through use of job boards, ATS, and CRM systems. And she has experience in building webinars, in hiring and career events like this, in market research, development, and execution. Erica, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So let's talk about virtual career fairs. For all of you attending today, a virtual career fair is simply a career fair. You see the career fair of yesterday, but now it's in an online format. So employers and job seekers are meeting to exchange information about job openings using chat rooms, webcasts, webinars like this, and email to get to know each other and get to know about those different job openings. So while the event is in a different format, it's still the same purpose. Erica, can you tell us a little more about your experience with virtual career fairs and how they benefit your job and your organization?
Yeah, of course. So, we are moving a lot more towards virtual career fairs in this current climate, but there are a lot of other benefits that, United Health Group has seen with virtual career fairs. We currently use a system called Brazen, but there's several other systems out there that are coming up with different organizations. But what we're allowed to do with these systems is not only get many different candidates to come, whereas the traditional on-site job fair was mainly limited to a certain amount of people. The virtual experience gives us the ability to connect with several people at one time in different booths and chat rooms, which I think is really important. And we see this as being a wave of the future, and definitely a way that we can, candidates can come and attend job fairs on their own time scale and their own schedules, and then, really to connect with as many people as possible and help people network and find jobs more quickly.
Excellent. It's definitely a great way to cover a lot of ground, so to speak, at one of these events. Now, for those of you attending today, ideally, you may have been able to get a list of the registered employers and do some research ahead of time so you have some idea of which ones you want to chat with. If you didn't, that's okay. A tip for future virtual career fairs is to register early so you can see what employers are signing up and research them. But if you're just logging on for the first time today, you can still enjoy a successful event. You'll just want to go to the platform where they have the employer list and check out which employers are in attendance. Once you find that, if time allows, do some quick research on LinkedIn or Glassdoor or Google, or even go to that company's own website to see the career opportunities that they might have available, and make notes on some of the employers that you plan to visit at the event. Now, virtual career fairs are about networking and learning about different jobs that employers might have, so explore, and above all, don't assume. Just because an employer is in a specific industry, they could be hiring for a variety of roles. Hospitals need tech and business-focused employees, not just nurses and lab techs, and they could be hiring for accountants or even security people, so don't assume that there are only certain kinds of roles with one employer. Now, Erica, what are some of the positions your organization recruits for, and is it quite a variety?
Yes, of course. So, on the healthcare side, we have many different departments. As you were saying before, finance and IT are definitely, positions that we hire for as well. But I think part of our biggest need that we're looking for right now is people in locations that can support our members and our providers. And so a lot of the roles that we have open right now are around that. And those are the roles that I specifically recruit for, and those would be like claims and billing and medical assistance. But to your point, yeah, we do, as you can see there, have even a position that's a performance improvement lead, which would be something that would be sort of more project management based. So, really it depends on what you're looking for, and what we really advocate on the website when you're doing your research. Two things. One, using keyword searches. So you'll see that there's a search bar there in the middle of the page under improving the lives of others while doing your best work. So you could put any keyword that you'd like. If you're looking for a telecommute position, putting the word telecommute in there. If you're looking for a specific job family, you can definitely put that in there, like accountant or project manager, and it will pull up all the positions that we have open and available. You can also search by location. So if you're looking for a job in a particular area, the search bar function is always the best way to go. And at the top, you can also see, in researching us and seeing what our values stand for, we have a couple different links at the top. Why work here is a good one, so you can kind of see the benefits for working for United Health Group. And also career areas is a really great spot. You can check out different business units we have and the different career processes that we have, and the directions that we have at our company, and actually read employee testimonials. So definitely researching the website is a great tip and advice to do before you attend your virtual career fair.
That's awesome information about where to go on different employer websites to find that valuable information. Thank you for that. So for those in attendance, before you start to chat with employers, get in the cleaning mood, tidy up your area, check out your camera views so you know what your background looks like. Actually step behind your computer and look at your space from the vantage point of your camera. Some recruiters may want to video chat with you, and the last thing you want is for them to see a stack of empty pizza boxes or laundry in the background. So put away anything that looks unprofessional, and maybe even set some flowers in a vase out on the counter. But just try to eliminate anything that will distract an employer if they do want to chat on camera. Being prepared and having a plan will allow you to concentrate fully on the event. And now think about this. How do you look? While virtual job fairs may seem less formal and more relaxed than traditional job fairs or in-person interviews, they're not. Companies make significant investments in virtual job fairs, preparing the information that they're going to share in their booth and in personnel time and in technology. So making sure that you look good is also going to help you feel more confident. Erica, do you have any tips on how one should prepare their environment and how to dress for one of these events? Please tell us a little for expectations as a recruiter.
Yeah, of course. So and these are just some things that I've noticed from candidates, in the past year or so in terms of video interviewing, is one of the things you want to remember is your background. We talk about, a simple table and 2 chairs, but making sure that you check your artwork on the wall, any posters or anything like that. Try to find like a white background or a neutral space, if you will. 2, always, closing your door and making sure that, you have as little sound distractions as possible. And then your look is, even though a lot of us are in a virtual environment right now, and this would go to if you were to become an employee of United Health Group and work from home. We have, getting up in the morning and getting dressed and really approaching your interview from as if you were walking out the door and going to an in-person interview. Just, making it as, conservative as possible and being neutral in your surroundings. And that will be how you can create the least amount of distractions. Again, I'll end by saying noise distractions is a big thing. So making sure that you have as little to no background noise as possible, and a very neutral wall background would be very, very helpful.
Thanks, Erica. Those are great tips for how to get the environment ready for the video chats. So virtual career fairs are definitely interactive. When you enter a room, an employer will greet you via a chat function. Employers are looking to hire and to engage with potential candidates. They are also looking to receive engagement from you as the job seeker in return. So definitely put yourself out there. Challenge yourself to strike up connections with employers, other job seekers, and career services resources. Make sure you introduce yourself. And two communication pieces that are essential are an up-to-date, proofed resume for a great first impression, as well as a thought-out elevator pitch. Both things will help you stand out from the crowd of applicants. You can always copy and paste that elevator pitch into each room, so having it prepared is definitely essential. Also, engage in conversation. Ask questions about the organization and open positions. Be passionate. Show curiosity. Your preparation will help your confidence shine through. So, Erica, what advice do you have for job seekers once they enter a chat room?
My best advice, and I think it involves around being prepared. As a recruiter, I'm talking to many people in that virtual career fair. So one of the things that will impress me the most is not only the research that you've done on the company beforehand, but also that you've gone out and found a position that best matches your skills. I think sometimes we go into the virtual career fairs unprepared with just a resume, but recruiters, our time is precious. So we only get a certain amount of time during the day, just as many candidates as possible. So I think having yourself prepared to know what position that you're looking for to ask questions about is paramount. So going on the website before the career fair, doing your research, seeing what career, even if you go and see what career areas might interest you, maybe there's no jobs available, but you've gone on and researched a career area that you might want to have a job in. So just doing your research beforehand and making sure that, if there are jobs out there that you are interested in, that you've already applied to them and you're ready with your questions and your passion to move forward in the job. And I think that's what United Health Group is really looking for when we're looking for people to work with our members and providers, is people that have passion for healthcare and passion for their job. So definitely coming with those expectations and those questions are very important.
Great advice, Erica. I love it, because they definitely want to have their passion shine through when they're interviewing. So much of the communication at a virtual career fair is written interactions going on in the chat function. So you will need to demonstrate articulate written communication skills. Grammar does matter. Text language, emoticons, and slang are not appropriate. During video chats, you will definitely want to demonstrate strong body language. And by that, we mean you want to present yourself as a confident and competent job seeker. So hold eye contact, do not slouch, speak clearly. So Erica, what are some professionalism tips that you can provide to our job seekers, especially as it relates to the communication piece?
Yeah, I think first off, being here the grammar and how you're speaking with your hiring manager. Sometimes in a video, as we were saying before, things kind of seem like they're looser than a normal in-person situation, but it is the same. I think people maybe forget that you need to be professional in how you're speaking as you would in an in-person interview. Our homes make us feel comfortable, and I think sometimes with that comfortability, we may over communicate or not listen to the hiring manager's questions, or we may get off topic, or we may say things in a more what we think are more of a comfortable manner to say them. But we just have to remember that even though it is our home, we are still doing a personal interview, and professionalism in how we talk is definitely paramount. I'd also say that, again, you know, not over communicating. We have a tendency to over talk sometimes, especially when we're in stressful situations. So making sure that you're listening to the hiring manager question and thoughtfully giving a response. And really just honing into your area and that moment with the hiring manager, keeping attention to what they're saying, and just really communicating with the hiring manager as if you were sitting in front of their face, which you are. So definitely just remembering that our home is comfortable, but we need to realize we're in a professional space.
Yeah, I love that advice because I'm sure everyone is nervous when they're doing interviewing in general. So I think your reminder that they should listen and provide thoughtful answers is really, really helpful and would help with the nervousness as well. So we definitely want you to capitalize on all your hard work and effort at the virtual career fair. So before you leave, make sure that you thank the other person that you've been chatting with for their time. Don't just end the conversation or sign off. Make sure you thank them. Always ask for the next steps in the process because then you'll know what the expectations are. Ask the company representative for their contact information so that then you can send a thank you note or call or email the next day. Definitely follow the organization on LinkedIn and send a connection request to your contact. You can reference the event where you met, aspects of the conversation, but this is such a great opportunity to remind the recruiter why you are a promising candidate. So Erica, how do you like to be contacted after the virtual career fair?
That's a great question, and I think the suggestion of LinkedIn is really great. All of our recruiters at United Health Group do have LinkedIn pages. We're pretty accessible, and we do more than just making a professional connection. You're also taking a peek into the organization as well. So, you know, if we are looking for a specific candidate for a job, we always go to our LinkedIn connections. So that's definitely LinkedIn is a great there. As well, I would say to remember that recruiters are very busy, especially a lot of us that work in where we're filling multiple classes a month and multiple open positions. So I would say email is always the best way to reach recruiters, especially when it's a recruiter that hires for call centers and things like that. So giving the recruiter 48 hours to respond is always great, so you don't feel like you're bombarding your recruiter. But I think the biggest step for me and what gets me the quickest responses is when you go and apply. So if you've gone out to apply for a position, I would love to get an email or something like that saying you've already taken the initiative to do it and you just want to follow up. I really like, and I think a lot of recruiters appreciate, we don't want to do the job for you. We want you to go out and apply and see what works for you. Definitely make sure that if you do reach out with a resume, that you've gone in and seen what interests you instead of having the recruiter figure out for you. And just using your contacts to be passionate about what kind of job you want with the company. So definitely email is always the most preferable way to reach out. And then LinkedIn is definitely a phenomenal platform to reach out to any recruiter in any industry because that's where we all are.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Erica, for letting us know your preferences and for reinforcing the use of LinkedIn because I think it is really a great tool for our job searchers. So I want to just talk about our resources a little bit. So we have YouTube resources. If you go to Rasmussen College Library and Learning Services page, there is a career services playlist with lots of career information on there. We also, so for students and alumni of Rasmussen College, that you can access all of the career services resources and find out who your career services advisor is by logging into your student portal, going to the resources tab, and then selecting career services. So I want to thank all of our job seekers for attending today. I hope that you received some valuable information. And thank you so much to Amy and Erica for joining our panel today.
My pleasure.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.